Hi fam, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Intentional Favor, and on this channel I share videos on lifestyle, faith, living abroad, studying abroad, social work, and so many good stuffs in between. So please consider joining the family by clicking on the subscribe button below. Also turn on your notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload new videos. To all my amazing returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. So guys, in today's video, I just want to be sharing with you guys one of the things I experienced as a single. I think I'm going to title this video "A Wrong Mentality I Had That Kind of Kept Me Single for a Long Time." Yes, it's just a mentality that I had, and I think some singles actually have this mentality, and I'm just here to share my own life story, and of course tell you that you shouldn't have that mentality. No, it's not a good one. So personally, I'm a very disciplined person. I am so determined. If I say I'm going to do something, once I set my mind to do it, 100% I will do it. I've seen it happen in every aspect of my life. I usually tell people that I'm a lazy person, but people don't believe because they see me work hard, they see me yield results and all of that. So when I tell them the kind of person I am naturally, they don't believe it. The only reason is because I'm a very strong-willed person. I can be so determined, and when I put my mind to do something, I always get it. So growing up as a single girl, a Nigerian African girl, I've always had this determination. I'm not going to have a boyfriend. I think I've shared this in one of my live videos. This is my story, where I said that I never wanted to have an ex, but eventually I had an ex anyways. But that kind of person that I said I will never have an ex, I won't have a boyfriend. See, in this life, just share this video. Anyone, let anybody that will claim to be my boyfriend, be it in secondary school, be it in university, let that person come and meet me. I never had a boyfriend, the casual boyfriend, no, because I said I wasn't going to just be dating or having boyfriends and all of that. I was that determined, so I never had boyfriends. I said until I am ready for marriage, then I will start kind of being open to enter a relationship, and of course I'll have a fiance, not a boyfriend. So I was that determined, and it kept happening. I told myself secondary school, I'm not going to, have a boyfriend. University, I'm not interested. And of course, even in university, I had so many proposals. But then I told myself I don't want to get distracted in my studies. So I told myself I wasn't going to enter any relationship until I have finished my university education. Then I can be open to relationship. And of course, believe me, I kept to that. Yeah, I didn't enter any relationship and anything. Even like I said, I got so many proposals, but because I already had that mindset, I didn't. But that's not the mindset I want to talk about in this video. So the mindset I actually want to talk about is more like a thin line between desperation and desire. So because of all this, like I just gave you guys this background so that you get to know the kind of person I am, okay? And then you will get the picture. So because of that, and I felt like I wasn't ready for marriage, okay? I wasn't even desperate. Desperation is far from it. And I hate the word desperate or being tagged desperate for marriage. I didn't like that. So that also affected me. And because of that, I had this strong mentality that for me to prove that I am not desperate for marriage, then I won't be praying for marriage. So I don't pray for marriage. I don't pray for, of course, when we have maybe marriage seminars in fellowship those days or anything, I usually pray for the kind of person I want. I usually pray that I want a happy marriage, but I wasn't praying for a life partner. I wasn't really so serious in praying that God should bless me with, you know what I mean, praying for marriage basically. And mind you, even after I graduated, I was still not sure whether I was ready for marriage. Now, the funny thing is that you will think I was very young. No, I wasn't that young. I think I finished university at the age of 25. Yeah, I think I finished university at the age of 25 or 24. I can't remember. But just imagine a 25-year-old girl is still not praying for marriage. Like, God, send me a life partner. Because I felt like that's desperation. Yeah, and that's the wrong mindset. And I've had a chat with few of my friends, few single people, and I noticed that sometimes, especially among Christian ladies, this is common. Praying for a life partner doesn't mean you are desperate, okay? There is a thin line between desperation and desire, like I said earlier. You can desire something, that doesn't mean you are desperate for it, okay? So after my university education, mind you, initially I said until I finish university, that's when I open my mind or open my heart to, relationship. As at then, during my university days, so many proposals were coming. And sometimes, of course, not sometimes, most times I don't even pray about them. Once you propose to me, I will tell you outrightly that I'm not ready for marriage. Don't get your hopes so high. Of course, Christian brothers will expect you go and pray about it. But me, I'll be like, what am I praying about? I'm not ready. So if I go and pray now and the answer is yes, because I know the kind of person I am. If I get a yes answer, and of course, I like you. Okay, believe me, I'm already in that relationship. Yes, I'm already in that relationship. So that's why I just told. I can't. I'm sorry. I won't even be praying about it. There is no need for that because what am I going there to pray? Am I going to tempt God? If He tells me yes, and then I'll come and tell you yes, but let's wait until I graduate. I'll be deceiving myself because believe me, I'll be daydreaming about you. I'm a daydreamer. And that's one of the reasons, I said I didn't want to enter a relationship until I graduate. Okay. So all the proposals I got whilst in the university, and then also I used to be very shy to tell people because I know there was actually one person that proposed to me back then in uni. He's been a friend, of course, I like him. We are good together, we play and all of that. I couldn't even tell him yes or no, but then he just assumed I said yes anyways. But it kept disturbing me. One of the questions I used to ask myself when I go for ESCO interview. So my fellowship, whenever they interview for new set of leadership, one of the questions they will ask is your relationship status. Then I said, wait, too. So if I go before this panel and then they ask me about relationship, I'll tell them I'm in a relationship. I was so shy. I felt like I'm not ready. Mind you, I'm 23, 22 years then. No, it's not like I'm a baby. I'm no longer a teenager. But because I wasn't mentally ready, it just made me kind of feel shy to tell people I'm in a relationship. I just felt like, oh, no, 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 I shouldn't. So, of course, I still went back to this person to say, because the person already assumed we were in a relationship, because I didn't say no. So the person assumed to say yes. And like I said, this is a very good friend of mine. So I went back to say, I'm not ready for this. The question is, when will you be ready? I just said, I don't know. I don't want to give you timeline or anything, but please, I'm sorry. So this kept happening, and when I graduated, the mindset and the wrong mentality about desperation for marriage. I'm one person that never want to be called desperate for marriage. So that mentality, I carried it in to think that praying for marriage means I'm desperate for marriage. And that's what I want to correct in case you are a single. Even if you are not ready or anything, when you are praying to God, God, I need a good man. Or even when you start praying, God, I need a life partner. Because what happened then, I would say, like I'm linking it to my not praying for marriage is that the wrong people kept proposing to me. In my life, if I count how many proposals I've gotten, I'm not kidding you. I've gotten over 30 proposals. If I take time to start counting it, you might think it's ridiculous. Yeah, you won't believe me, but I'm serious. I'm not lying. God is my witness. I got so many proposals from university days, after university, and of course until I got married. I kept getting proposals. People were so much interested in me, and that kind of even gave me some confusion, and at some point I became frustrated. But I believe that if I had started praying to God, God, I'm ready for marriage, send the right person, I think God would have answered my prayer. But no, I just felt like if I start praying for marriage, it will mean I'm desperate. And people have this mentality, and it's very wrong. And I kind of believe that that might not be the only reason, or that might not be the main reason, but I kind of believe that it's part of the reason why I remained single for a long time, because I wasn't praying. I believe in the power of prayer. Okay, I believe in prayer. God answers prayer. But then I wasn't praying for this. I didn't pray for it. I wasn't praying, God, send me the right partner, because I felt that would make me desperate. So that was what happened. Mind you, have graduated at 25, 26. I've not even started praying, God, send me a man. God, I need a man. This funny song they say, carry me, they go. All of those. I wasn't even praying, because I just had this mindset that it will look as if I'm desperate. Excuse me, I'm not desperate for marriage. See, if you will call it desperation, call it desperation. Please be desperate. Marriage is a good thing, isn't it? It's a good thing. So the only place I would tell you as a single, you should be desperate about marriage is before God in the place of prayer. Okay? So you can be desperate for marriage, but be desperate for marriage in the place of prayer. So because sometimes when we talk about desperation, we are talking about people going out of their way, proposing to men or flaunting themselves before man. People go and live with a man. People go and be cooking for a man just to win their attention, to win their affection and all of that. That's a different ball game. Okay. So please, if you are single, be desperate for marriage in the place of prayer. Let God see your desperation. Let God see that desire. I wouldn't call it desperation. It's more like a desire of your heart. Okay. Make your desires known unto God. Pray. Marriage is a good thing. It was ordained by God. So why won't you tell God about it? He understands you. Let God be the one to see that desperation in you. Don't go out looking for men. Don't go out fronting yourself, doing ridiculous things just to win the affection or the attention of a man. That's a different ball game when it comes to desperation. But don't have this mindset that praying about marriage means you are desperate for marriage, because you have to pray. When you ask, Bible says you will receive. So why are you not asking? Pray about it. I want to believe this video will help someone, because believe me, it tied me down for a long time. It took after some maybe almost a year after graduation, that's when God started telling me about this. God first of all spoke to me about it. That doesn't mean I'm desperate. And he confirmed it through my discipler then. Then I was already about to leave the country. My discipler was so worried about me. You are leaving the country and you are not yet in a relationship. Oh my gosh. And of course, he was there with all the people coming to propose to me and all of that. And of course, I always go back to him. It's no, and and then that's when he told me that about being desperate. How do I actually pray for marriage? I was like, this is what God was telling me a few days ago about praying for this, and now my discipler is confirming it. Okay, but I just thought to share this, okay, with you. Hopefully it will help you. Be desperate for marriage only in the place of prayer. Okay, that doesn't mean you are desperate. When you are praying to God about marriage, praying to God about a life partner, that doesn't mean you are desperate. But even if you want to call it desperation, it's okay to be desperate. Let God be the one to see that desperation in you. Don't go out of your way to do other crazy things that people do out of desperation just to win a man or a woman over, because it can be either ways. Okay, and that's my story, and that's what I want to share with you guys in this video. I want to believe this video was helpful to you. If it was, please don't forget to give it thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not. I would like to read your thoughts. Were there some mindsets you had as a single person that you think that kept you single for long, or that is not a right mindset? I would like to know and read them in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.